What is up, YouTube? It's Coffee back with an update, man. We're talking about a case that, I don't know, it was kind of odd to me. It felt like originally it was getting a lot of news coverage, but then it just kind of faded away off into the abyss. Let me know if you felt the same way about this case. We're talking about adult star, or I guess former adult star, Ron Jeremy. You know what I mean? A couple years ago, it hit that he had been charged with actually assaulting 4 women, and then shortly after that, all kinds of indictments and cases came out where ultimately he was charged with like 34 actual assault cases, and I believe 12 of them were the R word. And you know, it was just wow. A lot of people, when I say this, I'm not sticking up for him at all. Dude looks like a sleazeball, McGreaseball to me, you know what I mean? But a lot of people kept saying, well, why, if someone is a adult star, why would they do that? You know what I mean? And how did he have this career all these years and navigate through the industry without ever having any kind of incidents or anything like that? Which honestly, we don't know that. You know what I mean? We've seen, when it comes to the entertainment world and Hollywood and stuff like that, there's all kinds of ish that gets swept under the rug. You know what I mean? Harvey Weinstein, this sick bastard, was at it for years. So I don't know, you know, maybe the adult film world is the same way. Let me know your thoughts on that. But basically the allegations, you know, there are so many different cases where more or less that he would lure women and trap them in a bathroom at a bar or restaurant and assault them. And again, this was all over the news, and then I just stopped hearing about it, you know? Well, back in January, the judge ended up ruling that he was mentally incompetent to stand trial. So he had been being held in a facility, like a state mental facility, but now they've just ruled to release him to a private residence, more or less like they're showing mercy on him, because they're saying he's bedridden, he's got some cognitive issues, you know, like he's just not there anymore, more or less is the way that it's being spun in court. And they're releasing him to this private facility, which is a house. A private residence is what it sounds like to me, where there'll be 24-hour care around the clock. And, you know, there allegedly in the past in some of these facilities that he's been in since he's been in custody, since these charges came out, you know what I mean? They've said that he assaulted staff or people, you know, that are supposed to be there to care for him in the past. So more or less they're saying that where he is being released to now in this private facility, it has to be male staff. So if, you know, he tries to assault anyone, I guess they can hold their own. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a crazy situation. But ultimately, it's like they're showing mercy on him. You know what I mean? Because again, they said, okay, this guy is charged with all these heinous crimes. He's not competent to stand trial. He's going to be held in a mental facility until, I guess, they deem that he's fit to not be there. And, you know, the way it ended up working is that never happened. So now, you know, they determine he needs to be held pretty much for good. Like, this guy is going to stay in one of these facilities for life, like what is we've been seeing. And, you know, now at 70 years old, because they're saying he's so sick and is deteriorated so much to the point that he's bedridden. They're released him to a residence. So let me know what you think about this case. What do you think about Ron Jeremy? You know, if this was a case you were ever paying attention to, did you feel the same way I did? Like it was getting a lot of news attention, and then for some reason it just kind of wasn't getting covered at all? Tap in, let me know. You know, when it comes to the adult entertainment world and whatnot, you know, I've shared in videos before. It's not something I really know a lot about, right? And when I say that, again, I'm not trying to knock anyone who's into that whole thing or nothing like that. It's just never really been my cup of tea. But One thing I remember about Ron Jeremy back in the 90s and stuff like that, I remember seeing him on early reality TV shows, getting some roles in movies and stuff like that. And more or less, he was really trying to cross over out of the entertainment, or I'm sorry, the adult entertainment world into Hollywood or TV or whatever. Like, I remember seeing a lot of stuff like that, and even seeing some kind of, I think it was a reality show where he was saying he wanted to be an actor, you know, but it didn't work out for him, so he went the adult entertainment route, you know what I mean? But allegedly he was violating women all these years, you know. What do you think about that? Do you believe the allegations? There was a lot of allegations against this guy, man. You know, we mentioned Weinstein earlier. You know how there was an ish load of allegations against Weinstein, like Ron Jeremy, very similar. Like I said, how many? 34 actual assault charges, 12 R words over a 20-year period. Allegedly, he was doing this as early back as 1996. Sounds like some real foul, disturbing, sick-ish, but ultimately, with him being found incompetent, you know, the case never went to court, and, you know, we never got to find out if this motherfucker was really guilty or not. His attorney, you know, is hitting up the media and putting out all these statements saying, man, this is all a ruse. If my client was able to stand trial, his innocence would have been proven, but it's such a shame because it'll never happen because he was found incompetent. But I mean, that's his attorney. Of course he's going to say some ish like that, you know. But there y'all have it, man. Ron Jeremy released into a private residence, more or less, to rot away and die at the age of 70. Let me know what y'all think about it. Sub up, stay tuned for more. It's Coffee, and I'm going, y'all. Peace.